Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between our AFC champions and the representatives from the NFC. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shocked the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, the underdogs emerge.
And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. So outruns their offense for the first time this game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. Quick throw is caught. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
Third and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're turned over. On third and short, actually might have lost a yard, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. They're going for this. Pass complete. Screen play. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
We've set it downs from 37. Throwing now on first down. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Wide open, downfield. Got it! Touchdown, Houston! The Oilers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Oilers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7. Dreadnoughts, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Okay, all right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Setting up the running back screen. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and they're going to have a first down now.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Viking 18. Go street. Panther 11. Ready.
He'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and short. Gets his running back. And he really gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They send a tight end in motion.
18 Rattler. Back up.
Lloyd running dead ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19 Charger. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Lions. Ready, go.
From the red zone on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
70 Lions. Let's go.
They call pass on 2nd and goal. We've got a screen to the running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Quite the moment early in the big game, Brock. This is 3rd and goal.
Trap 50, trap 50. Viking 18.
3rd and long for him here. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Now Podlesny on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions have made this 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
Penalty moves him closer. It's 3rd and 5 now. They're throwing it. It is caught left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter of Super Bowl 62. Still anybody's game here in the early goings. Back to Miami in just a moment. Welcome back, all. Second quarter of Super Bowl 62 just moments away. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Tight end reels in the shallow throw, and they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They go play action on 1st down. Look at that power, deep left side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Here's a give for Wright. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Throw here, 3rd down. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. The Oilers about set to punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 8 Warriors, 70.
They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And we'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Mustang 19.
Back to throw now. It's taken in by Williams. Has some daylight through the 40. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
50. Ready.
1st down. It's a run with Davis. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's on target to Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good for a 1st down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He has the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts take a 2nd quarter lead.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Jack Von Leslie on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dreadnoughts push their lead to 3.
Dreadnoughts 10, Oilers 7.
Now Pod Leslie on to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. Showing a little burst so far. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go now.
Right, running out of the gun. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Offense up to the line fast. Going to the ground again on first. Ran there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Throwing from the gun here. Short pass caught by his tight end. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. Third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Running from the gun with Wright. Wright's off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the defense jumps on the loose ball. It's a turnover. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and then next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
First down, play action. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Let's go.
Putting the tight end in motion. Going again on 2nd and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
An early jump of the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
On the set.
They still need 4. 3rd down now after the penalty.
18, pioneer. Tag. 18, Cardinal. 8. Ready.
He's going to throw it. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Throwing now off the play action. Cut out left. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means first down.
First
On the ready.
down, Dreadnoughts.
Let's go now. Crackle it. Ready, ready.
He's going to throw it again. He had it for a moment but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down.
Here we go. Rig alert. Rig 10 to 60. 10 to 60.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He does it. Touchdown. The Dreadnoughts grow their lead off the turnover. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Podlesny now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dreadnoughts make it a 10-point ball game.
Dreadnoughts 17, Oilers 7.
Now Podlesny on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Showing a little burst so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Airing it out to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
At 2:01, this is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. They'll work against the blitz. Looking slant route complete. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. They'll look to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's the snap on 4th. This one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully, and now they turn it over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Dumped off to his running back. He's across the 20, still going. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Warrior 70. Deputy. Cougar 19. Pioneer. Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On the ready.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Hurt. Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
They give it to him up the middle. And the defense wins this rep. That's stuck at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On the double.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Looking to throw here. Oh my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Juju Brents with a pick.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 72.
Throwing from his own end zone. Dumps it off to his running back. He's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Working now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Houston.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Check out.
Sticking to the air here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so they're left facing 3rd and long.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. Shot.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets a pretty nice result there on the punt return to put an end to our first 2 quarters of play.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense to the line. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Brought in right side. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Pass play now. Hits him on the out route. Hits some space around midfield. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They'll go play action. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Stephanie, hurt. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go street. Ready.
Hand off here to Lloyd. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. Just gets the 1st and more. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
1st down, Dreadnoughts.
Hey, Smash. Pound the 60.
The tight end in motion now. Davis gets it from the gun, and he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Takes the hands off. Now to throw. Brought in left side by Jones. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Ready, right?
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action.
Street. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Dreadnoughts grow the lead coming out of halftime. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Starting from the 5. A little revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Connecting on the slant. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Offense to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Looking right, and he finds him. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Finds him on the slant. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And goes to the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. That's a move to work. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Oilers start the 2nd half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to.
The offense will line up for a...
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
And he's out of bounds deep in enemy territory. It's down to the 13-yard line.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On the give, it's Lloyd. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts push their lead to 15. Marshawn Lloyd with the touchdown. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're trying for 2.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick.
Pass play coming here. He has it at the 1. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt. Whenever you're throwing for 2, you always expect to see the pass go into the end zone, because otherwise you risk defenders rallying to the ball and stopping it short.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. With the defensive speed in today's league, gosh, you're just taking a risk anytime you throw it short of the end zone.
All set to go now from the 35. Airing it out to start this drive. Jump off caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. A good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Connects with the open man downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Approach with defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. All right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try. Keeping it on the ground. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion.
21.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Dreadnoughts and Marshawn Lloyd ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion.
19, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
They'll start with a give to Davis. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was T.J. Sanders on the tackle. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, maybe give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Come on, hurt. Bronco 80. 19 target, 19 target.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him.
Ready, ready.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Warriors, Cowboy 80.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stops by Chop Robinson.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Ready up.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready. 60 by 6. Let's go. Let's go.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
14. And a Canton 1st down.
So we've hit the end of 3 in Super Bowl 62. They're in front with the football, just a quarter away from a Super Bowl title. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready, ready. Hey, Crash. 19 Lions. Ready.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Taking a chance at the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go street.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives him the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Trying the inside handoff to Lloyd. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Throwing off the play fake. Jones reels it in. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try and punch it in. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Handoff here to Davis. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Has it at the 2. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
36.
Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call, and you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. 40. Pass. Down. He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
The offense will line up for a
Throwing from the gun. And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a one-score ball game.
36. Oilers 29.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is complete. It's Davis. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They give him out of line. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he's able to advance it just a little bit after recovering that fumble, partner, so a costly mistake is averted. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Man in motion here.
1970 Lions. Hey, Cash. Check out.
2nd down run by Davis. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Going right back to Davis. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Davis. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Back to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The Dreadnoughts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away.
The kicker on.
Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Von Leslie on to handle the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now throw to start the drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Short pass brought in. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Up 3rd and 6.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
At the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 ready. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
He's going to throw it again. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Oilers, 14 points back.
At the 41-yard line.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left, and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Washington. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They are throwing it again. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Trying to set this up quick. In the red zone on 1st. Has it in close. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers now within 1 score in the 4th. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Now outruns their offense to take over. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready, go!
They're going to pass it here. He's got a man left, and he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could have wiped that play away. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. I'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Tight end going in motion here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. On now is the punt team for the Dreadnoughts. Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Looking to throw it. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Working quickly here.
18. Complete to Malik Washington. 1st and 10.
He is to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, no longer an oddity compared to our first 18 weeks. It's all going to work the same now. Both teams guaranteed a shot with the football regardless of who wins the opening toss. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, it is next score wins. Well, I think it's safe to say we're all still reeling from that touchdown to even force overtime. And now here we go to decide a champion. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And now after months and months of work, Brock, this is where they have to play their best football and stay disciplined in the moment.
I love the way you set that up. I like to call it the voice of poise, right? In your own head. Don't make this moment bigger than it is. It is huge for all of us watching it and a part of it. You got to stay calm. You got to execute. And you got to put your team in the best position to go clinch that Lombardi.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Now throw, third and long. Caught quickly on the slant. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And off to Gordon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Every down carries such importance in overtime of the Super Bowl. Here's second. Looking in the air here. Top by Washington, left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. I'll try the middle with Gordon. We'll call this a modest game here, Brock. About 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working now from the gun. He misses the football. Recovered by the defense. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Lloyd running dead ahead. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Ready.
The next score ends the season. Can't let the moment be too big. Here they come on 2nd down. To the right and hauled in by Jones. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Complete to number 84. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Rig alert. 18 Cardinal. Press roll 80. Cup 19.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. He'll work against the blitz. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
18, 5 in. Come on. 60 Bison.
He's going to throw it again. On target to Royals. And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And we've got ourselves a champion. That does it. They've just won the Super Bowl. What a way to end this season, Brock. What a great example of the parity and just how difficult it is to win in this league these days. Even after 18 weeks of football and this grueling postseason, it still took overtime before we could finally determine our champion.
Yep, and in the end, overtime made it that much more memorable. If any of these players got the good fortune to return, and we know how hard it is, it'll of course be special, but this one, they'll treasure the most. The game where they had to go 4 quarters and beyond before they finally won their fight and got to lift that Lombardi trophy.
The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, making an appearance now to present the Lombardi Trophy to this incredible group, Super Bowl 62 champions. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewer here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.